What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how to differentiate your product from everybody else. Alright, so before we begin, if you guys are new to the channel, hello and welcome. If you are a returning visitor, welcome back. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to differentiate your product from your competitors. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people having a very hard time with understanding the concept of what it means to be different from your competitors. And, as usual, I'm seeing in the groups a lot of people are struggling and they can't quite figure it out. And because of that, they're having a hard time making any sales. They're having a hard time staying ranked on the first page. So I wanted to make something to kind of give you guys an idea of what it means to differentiate your product. And it's actually pretty important, and people don't stress it enough, because if you pick a product that is hard to differentiate, you're going to have a hard time getting on the first page unless you have a substantial amount more reviews than your competitors. So as you can see here, what I have here is a product that I used to source, which is a mini umbrella. Okay, now the mini umbrella is very hard to differentiate because everyone is obviously going to offer a bunch of different colors. Okay, so what I did was I had went and got some professional pictures done to make it stand out, and then made sure I just grinded to get reviews, and then then my sales started to pick up. But as you can see here, everyone is selling the same exact umbrella. They're probably getting it from basically the same exact manufacturer, and you can also see here that everyone is doing well. For someone like me that understands how this all works, I can tell that these guys are not even using professional pictures. They're using pictures that they got directly from the manufacturer. Now, how do I know that? Well, what we can do is we look and we see here every single one of these pictures is just a person's hand holding the umbrella, and then underneath they have an assortment of all the different umbrellas that you can allegedly sell. But when we click on this here, so we click on this guy, and what we see here is that this guy is 100% using manufacturer's pictures. And the reason I say that is because if you see right here, this guy is basically saying that, okay, we have a black and white striped umbrella, but there's no black and white striped umbrella here at all. And there's even colors in here that are not here in this main picture. Now, this is actually against Amazon's terms of service, because of the fact that it's false advertisement. Okay, this guy is not even being truthful about what kind of umbrellas he's selling. So he's basically having people click on his picture and his listing, and he doesn't even have all the umbrellas that are advertised on his main picture. And if you look at all the rest of the pictures here, these are all, you can clearly tell that these are all stock pictures. The only thing that might be a little different is this certificate of achievement, which I don't even see what the purpose of that would be. It's just an umbrella. Now, I mean, you can potentially throw something like that into your listing to kind of give value and motivate your customer to purchase. But I mean, with all the false advertisement and the poorly taking pictures and the poorly positioned pictures, he's not doing anything different than anybody else. But as you can see, that this is all that they're doing, and I can pretty much guarantee you a lot of these people that are on here are the Chinese sellers, so they would also lowball you. And that's another pro tip that I'm going to explain to you guys. If you see everyone is selling the same exact thing with the same exact pictures, you can pretty much bet that most of the sellers are going to be the Chinese manufacturers themselves. And you can compete with them and you can beat them, obviously, because their listings are going to be garbage. But the thing is, though, if they decide to start a price war with you, it's just going to be a race to the bottom, because they're willing to be in the negative for every single sale just to be able to take all the sales. So another thing that we do, and another thing that we're going to do, is we're going to go here to Alibaba, and what you would do is you would go and you would search up that product. So I typed in mini umbrella here. So what we see here is that you can verify that everyone is using the same pictures. They're using the same hands outstanded, you know, the same pictures. Everyone's using the same exact pictures. They're literally lifting the pictures from Alibaba and putting them onto their listing. So what does that mean for you? And why am I bringing this up? The reason I'm bringing it up is because when you are sourcing a product, you need to make sure that you have it in your mind and that you understand, that you know how you're going to differentiate your product before you buy. There's too many people buying their products first and then worrying about whether or not they can differentiate after the fact. You need to figure out what it is that you can do. Now, for something like this where everyone is selling the same thing and using all the same pictures, what I would personally do is I would look at, okay, well, what is it that the people are doing after they go to the page? So if someone were to buy this product, I go, okay, well, what are they doing after? Usually you can go here to the frequently bought together, but for some reason people are just buying a bunch of different umbrellas. So the one thing that you could potentially do is you could say, hey, what if I throw in a 2-pack? What if I make it a 2-pack or a 3-pack? If someone were to make a 2-pack or a 3-pack on here, that would completely disrupt the flow of things on this page, and you would take all the sales immediately for all the people who want to buy more than one umbrella. Obviously, Amazon is not going to show you, hey, these people frequently buy 2 more umbrellas after this particular umbrella, unless it's actually happening quite a bit. So what that means is you're going to take all the sales. And another thing that you could do is you could potentially bundle this with rain boots. You could potentially bundle this with a rain poncho or raincoat, or maybe one of those rain hats. If you were able to bundle this umbrella with something, that would be considered differentiating your product alongside having professional pictures. If you just decide, well, I don't have the capital right now to bundle anything, if you decide to get into a product where everybody pretty much has the same similar thing, the way to differentiate would be through your pictures. You would have to have outstanding pictures and an outstanding listing. Something like this is hard to differentiate, and unless you are prepared to spend a little bit more money to bundle. So you need to take this into account before you purchase your first shipment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you an example of a product where you can differentiate yourself, and that would be the slime kit here. Now, the slime kit, there's so many different things that you can do, and all the components of it are so cheap that this would be the perfect product to jump into. Matter of fact, I'm just going to run the numbers by you guys real quick because I want you to see how good this product actually is. See, check this out. If the whole slime thing is hot right now, so if you could jump into this, product right now, you would make a killing. So there you go, you're welcome. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to look and see what is the competition doing, what is the most used thing, what's going on here. So as we can see, we have a bunch of different variations of what you can do with this slime. So you have the guys here with the little beakers in the slime. You got the guys here giving you the cups. If you go down here, you got bundles here with people giving you the Elmer's glue to help make this slime. You have more different types of kits that come with different little toys, different packs, different not flavors, but colors, different variants. These are all examples of what it means to differentiate your product. Basically, mostly all of these are, obviously they're all the same product, but they're created and they are situated in such a way that they are different from their competitors' products. They each have something that a particular person might want. So if someone were to come here looking for slime, they're really going to have to look through all the listings because they're going to see, okay, well, what is it that I'm particularly looking for when I'm making slime, and which person has that? And each one of these people is offering something different, which is not the case on this with this umbrella. With this umbrella, an umbrella is an umbrella. There's really nothing else that you can do unless you have like an Inspector Gadget umbrella that you're selling that can fly you to the rooftop or something. Which is here, like I said before, it's harder to differentiate something such as this, where it just has one use. There's not really much else you can do, and really the only way that you would win this is by having more reviews and having a much better listing and a much better set of photos. And like I said though, if you wanted to really disrupt the order of things on this particular product, on this first page for this product, you would want to bundle it with something. Throw in an additional umbrella, throw in an additional rain poncho, or whatever the case may be. Now, if you jump into something like this slime kit here, you would be profitable because of the fact that there's so many variations. Someone's going to see yours and they're going to like yours as long as you have something to offer. Okay? So hopefully that kind of wraps up and explains what it means to differentiate your products. This is my understanding of it. This is, in reality, it's the best way to understand it. And again, please think about how you can differentiate your products and add that as part of your checklist when you are sourcing a product. Look at your product and say, hey, when I source this, how can I differentiate my product from everybody else? And that's extremely important, and I guarantee that you will be successful if you keep that in mind when you are sourcing your products. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so that when I make another video, you guys will be notified about it. Also, hit me up on Instagram at any time, ask me questions. I've been helping a lot of people out this week with product listing. If you guys feel like you want to send me your products to have me look them over, feel free to do so. Obviously, you don't have to show me what the product is. I can tell you whether or not it will be profitable just by looking at the numbers. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.